Do you want a more private and secure internet? Let me show you how, next, with a VPN. Private internet access is the software we'll be installing today. Check out the screenshot. It's really secure and has a really good price. Let's get into it. So the first thing we want to do is download some software for the VPN to install the VPN. Let's go down here to Chrome and open Chrome. Now this system is a 64-bit operating system. This is Windows 10. So I would need this one right here. This is 32-bit. This is 64-bit. This is the download for the VPN software. They have other downloads down here for different operating systems like Mac, Linux, and Android, and some extensions down here as well. But for right now, we need to install the 64-bit version. So let's go ahead and click on 64-bit. And you'll see down here that it downloaded it. Let's go ahead and click on that. Left click to open it up. Let's left click on this for the installer. This is copying the files to the hard drive and installing. In the meantime, I'm going to close this browser window. A VPN, Virtual Private Network, is a service that lets you access the web safely and privately by routing your connection through a server and hiding your online actions. This wants us to do a quick tour. We don't need to do that right now. Let's go ahead and do the login. It's going to ask for the username and password. So let's go ahead and put in our username and password. You'll see that I already have it in here. Let's go ahead and log in. So if we hit this button right here that's yellow, it'll turn green, and that'll automatically set up the best VPN location for us. So right now it's seeing that or it's set up for Silicon Valley. So we're connected. Now if we want to check this and see if our VPN is working, we can just go to Google and type in IPLeak. At the very top right here, let's go ahead and click on IPLeak. So this website shows that the VPN is working correctly. It thinks that we're in Silicon Valley right now because this is an IP for Silicon Valley. If we go down here, it shows us a map that it thinks we're in Silicon Valley. I'm actually in Arizona. So basically it shows it's correct. This VPN can route you through a bunch of different locations. If we go down here and click on the arrow, click on the software here, and this is automatically connected to Silicon Valley. But if we look over here, this will give us lots and lots of locations to connect to. The automatic connection is usually the best though, because it's usually pretty close to you, and it'll give you a really good latency. So I recommend just setting it for auto and letting it go at that. So let's open up the private internet access VPN software. Let's go down here to the arrow. We'll click on that. Let's left click on the VPN software. Let's go up here to these three dots. We'll click on that. We'll go to settings. Now under the general settings, I like to automatically start this software up. So we're going to launch on startup. It can also connect on launch when you hit the button, but we don't need to do that because we're going to connect on startup. Show desktop notifications, that's good in case anything changes. And I like the dark theme, and the English language is good because that's what I use. Under account, we don't click on that because I don't want to show you my username and password. Let's go down to privacy. So under privacy, let's look at the VPN kill switch. There's three options here: off, auto, and always. I like to say always because I always want my internet traffic to go through my VPN. I don't want it to go through my standard network. So I want to be protected at all times. The next option is PIA MACE. This blocks domains use ads, trackers, and malware. Let's go ahead and leave that on. That'll help with any ads, trackers, or malware. Let's go down to network. I want to use private internet access. I want to use their DNS. I don't want to use my DNS. So let's leave that like that. And these other ones we'll leave alone. Let's go down to connections. I like to leave everything alone in here. UDP, my understanding is it's actually faster than TCP. So I want to go ahead and leave that as is. And that's pretty much it as far as that goes. Now we need to reconnect to apply settings. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And it's going to go ahead and reconnect to Silicon Valley here. And all my changes should be saved. Looks like we're connected. Let's go ahead and close this. Let's go ahead and reopen it again. Let's get this out of the way. Click on this. Click on the three dots, go to settings. Let's start at general. Let's make sure all my settings are still there. That's always. That's correct. These are all the same. And that's pretty much it. That shows you how the VPN works. Just make sure that you do the check and make sure that your IP is wherever it's supposed to be. So if it thinks you're in California, make sure it's California. Make sure it's not your local location. So that's basically how VPN works. I appreciate you watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you in the next one.